I'm a theoretical physicist, and I like to say that I walk in the footsteps of giants like Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr. I'm not a philosopher. However, I am rather dazzled by the fact that many of the basic mysteries that we find in string theory and the theory of everything seem to be mirrored in the Zohar and in the Kabbalah.
As a scholar, the most amazing thing of all is the degree to which modern astrophysics sounds like a Kabbalistic text.
Stars being born in distant realms, alien worlds created by gravity, stars that shine with the light of 1,000 suns, and vast swirling galaxies.
When I first made the correlations between Kabbalah and science, I was stunned.
We do know that Isaac Newton had access to certain mystical texts, certain texts of the Kabbalah.
Well, the Kabbalistic description of creation is coming from a single little point, from a speck, and of having matter form and time and space form all together at the very beginning. This sounds very much to me like the description of the Big Bang.
I couldn't believe that the Kabbalists could derive these truths without really knowing any mathematics or physics.
It is certainly true that in string theory, the number 10 is the dimension of space-time for supersymmetrical string theories, and 26 for bosonic string theories stand out as a requirement of the mathematics.
All the things that could destroy string theory, all the things that do destroy every rival theory to string theory, they are all eliminated in precisely 10 and 26 dimensions. These dimensions are magic. We physicists don't know where these dimensions come from.
The Zohar says those things. It could have been a lucky guess. I don't know.
They knew things about the universe that took us till now to discover.
It's rather amazing, this uncanny reflection of some of the most advanced cosmology coming from our satellites, coming from our atom smashers, coming from our blackboards, that are mirrored in the Zohar and ancient Kabbalistic texts.
Is it not a crazy thing to ponder? This idea that practically every single one of us has grown up being taught, being indoctrinated with what is really Babylonian mysticism, which is really what Kabbalah is. Only none of us had any idea because we were all told it was science.
So, what are we really made of? Dig deep inside the atom and you'll find tiny particles held together by invisible forces. Everything is made up of tiny packets of energy born in cosmic furnaces.
The atoms that we're made of have negatively charged electrons whirling around a big, bulky nucleus. The quantum theory offers a very different explanation of our world.
The universe is made of 12 particles of matter, 4 forces of nature. The universe is made of 12 particles of matter, 4 forces of nature. That's a wonderful and significant story. Suppose that little things behaved very differently than anything big. Nothing's really as it seems. It's so wonderfully different than anything big. The world is a dynamic mess of jingling things. It's hard to believe.
The quantum theory is so strange and bizarre. Even Einstein couldn't get his head around it.
In the quantum world, the world of
certain is a world of probability. The quantum theory
offers a very different explanation of our world.
The universe is made of 12 particles of matter, 4 forces of nature. The universe is made of 12 particles of matter, 4 forces of nature. That's a wonderful and significant story. It's very hard to imagine all crazy things that things really are like. Electrons act like waves, no they don't exactly. They act like particles, no they don't exactly.
We need a theory of everything, which is still just beyond our grasp. We need a theory of everything, perhaps the ultimate triumph of science.
Very mysterious.
It's a question that we don't have a good answer to.
Well, that is the ultimate question.
Now, that is tricky.
The more you look at quantum physics, the more mysterious and wondrous it becomes.
The question is, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
All of this really is just a great illusion.
Are people affecting the world of reality that they see? You betcha they are.
What is reality?
What is reality?
Have you ever thought about what thoughts are made of?
It is so mysterious you can't explain it. The real trick to life is not to be in the know, but be in the mystery. Ponder that for a while.
We saw this movie. What do you call the movie? What the bleep do we know? Okay, so simply, there are 8 international scientists. It all started when we saw the film, What the Bleep Do We Know? We are members of the World Academy of Kabbalah, headed by Rav Michael Lightman. Having seen the film, we were surprised at how close modern science has come to confirming the Kabbalistic view of the universe. Scientists, specializing in quantum physics, have discovered on their own the depth of matter described by Kabbalists more than 3,000 years ago. And we decided to go meet with them. So they give a very good example. They say that an Indian is standing on the beach, and he looks into the ocean, and Columbus' ships start arriving, but he doesn't see the ships. Why can't he see them? Because he doesn't have in his mind the same model as a big house that floats on the sea. The truth is that they're wrong, because the ship doesn't exist either. It only exists in the imagination of whoever imagines. This world doesn't exist. But what do I want to say? What about this example is good? If you don't have the vessels, you don't recognize anything on the outside. How do I build a vessel inside of me if I don't know what something is on the outside of me? I need somebody to tell me about it. There's no other way. That's why the Kabbalistic sages write books for you, for us. And according to these books, you start imagining what's out there. And from this imagination, slowly you build patterns and some kinds of shapes in your mind. For sure, they're not correct, but slowly, by longing, by desire, you invite a light that is building shapes more and more close to what it is. And then you start reaching that point where you can actually see. the light is built within the vessel. Imagine that a caveman just appeared right now into this world, like you see sometimes in the movies. So he's in this world and he's walking around and he's seeing everything that's happening, but he wouldn't be able to see anything, nothing. So can this Indian pass through this wall? Yes, he can. He has no sense of it, and it's not there for him. For him, there's no material and not a shape dressed in the material. Simple as that. If we get away from the way we usually see, we'll come to the true point that the Kabbalists are telling us, that seems so strange to us. And those scientists who study quantum physics, why do they come to this realization?
At that deepest subnuclear level of our reality, you and I are literally one.
Because they enter a world that has strange rules. Suddenly, one thing can be in two places. Or time and space and movement can be in another shape. And they come to this same thought. Everything depends on the one who perceives it. And that's why whether you pass through the wall or you don't, exists only towards me, but it doesn't exist on its own. And what does towards me mean? It means, according to my vessels, it will be yes or no.
You know, I had been studying physics and I knew something about that technology, but Kabbalah as a science was something that never would have even dawned on me. I don't care what you're doing. There's something about this field of way of thinking, of seeing, which can improve anything. And I don't care if you're a Jew, a Muslim, Gentile, Arab, I don't care what you are. I don't care what nationality, I don't care what religion you belong to. Kabbalah will help liberate your mind from any shackles of thought that keep you ensconced or enclosed into a certain way of thinking.